So today is May the 12th, 2021, and I'm going to do a reading here to see how long Trump has yet to be so influential over, not just influential, but he's got still a grip on the Republican quote-unquote party. It's really no longer the Republican Party, but really his fascist party. You know, I have to say, I don't think there's really a Republican Party right now. And there hasn't been since he's come on the scene, and they've handed it basically over to him. So what I want to see, because I know that this is not going to last forever, and this is going to be challenged by, I believe, another party or something that Liz Cheney does to challenge it. And there will be others that think like her on board with her, and she will get support, I feel like, from Democrats quietly as well. So that's just coming to me without cards. That's, I get that as well. Sometimes the cards help to flesh out more of what these basic senses that I get can tell me a bit more about them. So let's just take a look, because it looks like that's, she's getting, I think, ready to get the boot. But she's gonna, just like Joe in his own way, going to see them finished. She's going to bring that party down. She isn't going to be, she's pissed. So let's just see what the cards want to say about the hold and Trump and timing with regard to how much longer is Trump going to maintain this really stranglehold over what was the Republican Party. When is that going to ease off? Because it will. I'm just curious to see what the cards want to say about that. I think, frankly, it will ease off once Trump's litigation and, not just litigation, but once the lawsuits start picking up and getting more active and going toward becoming litigation. I think he's just going to be swallowed up with that, and I don't think he's going to be able to keep up defending himself and trying to continue to affect the power of our country by the traitors that are pushing his agenda, even though he's not in. So let's just take a look and see what the cards want to share with regard to that. The universe, really, because that's who I ask. I ask the creator of the universe. So let's see. We get the Three of Wands. So this is extensive. An extensive hold. The World, but they are crossed by the World, which is like a completion card, and in my opinion, an ending card. They are also wanting that success. So they're feeling pretty comfortable, I think, right now. They feel confident, but success is eluding them. it is a challenge for them. Queen of Wands, this to me is Cheney. And crowning is the High Priestess. So there's secrets here. She's Liz, and Liz knows them. I felt like this before, that she's gonna go after him like fire. The Queen of Fire. And I think where their secrets and so on and so forth, I think Liz is going to be in a very strong position to expose them. But let's just see what the cards want to tell me. Page of Wands. Yeah, this to me is the and the Death. This is in the very near future. It shows an ending to that party. And I really strongly feel it is based upon the Queen of Wands, a woman of fire, and I think it's Liz Cheney. I think she's the one that is going to turn around and do some kind of crazy ninja kick in an analogy, so to speak, that is going to really end up taking down this Trump regime. I think it's Liz Cheney. I do think she's one of those, if not the perhaps woman that people were seeing. But I don't believe it's all just one woman that does it. However, what I do believe is that she's going to be so significant in this Trump corrupt party holding hostage the Republican Party, basically taking it over. She's going to really give it to him. And she's got the power, is what I see, to do it. Because I feel like this Death card in the near future isn't just about Liz. Liz already knows that she's done with them, okay? She's just been holding on and waiting for the declaration, right? I'm looking at this from the GOP point of view, and they feel like initially right now that they're going to get their way, and they feel very successful about replacing Liz with somebody, with what's her bucket, who is going to end up not working out at the end of the day either, because she's not going to like the type of restriction that they're going to put upon her. That's Stefanik. So Stefanik is not going to be satisfied with what they give her. She's going to butt heads with them as well. And I believe that this shows Liz is going to make short work of that party pretty quickly, because they've got so many secrets. And I think she has, Page of Wands, an ability to access. She will get the information that's been secret, that they've held secret. And so, because I asked, basically, how soon, how much longer will this party be the way it is, that is trying to get Trump brought back in, and all this stupid ridiculousness. And I see this shows me that in the near future, death, I feel like it's saying death, she will bring an end to it. She will decimate them. They don't have any idea what's coming, because it shows them as being here very confident, and they're not, they know about their secrets, but I think they just feel so confident right now in bringing in this change that of ending her career, that they're not really thinking about what it's going to be also actually an end for them. Because with that Nine of Wands, this is like they're going to have to go into battle. And even though they think that they can do it, even though they think they're seasoned and whatnot, they have no idea with how she's going to hit them up one side and down the other. And be very good at it and dismantling them. There's just the corruption in within that party is just so complete. You know, sex and drugs and vice is going to come out, and it is heavy. I feel like this is a lot of information, and I don't think it's going to be terribly hard for Liz to get it, because I think there's a lot of people that like her, and it's a pretty powerful schism in that Republican Party. They hope to get rid of her. They hope to clear, I think, anybody away that isn't going to make this the Trump party. I do. But I think they also fear being ended. They fear being exposed and brought into any kind of legal issue, I think. The Knight of Cups. There is some kind of offer at the end of the day. And I think actually she will end their party much more quickly, and I think they're going to be stunned into the further future. In the near future, she's able to end them, is what I'm being shown with the death. They are not going to expect that. They're going to think, by bringing in Stefanik, that they're ahead of the game, is what I see. But the corruption within their environment is just going to bring them down. And I don't think she's going to have a hard time, Liz, down here with the Queen of Wands, getting access to these quote-unquote secrets, these things that are behind the scenes knowledge, and exposing, bringing it forward. It's really corrupt. Okay, King of Cups and the Ace of Wands. I think this is Biden also taking them to task with beginning some activity, I think, with investigating. There's something that comes that is given. I think it could be Liz giving Biden information, giving him encouragement of what she can find out and say, here you go. And it's the kind of information that you have to initiate, I think, some kind of activity with, some kind of, quote unquote, I think, investigation. Like, here's the information, take a look at it. It deals with the past. And it has to do with bringing balance, that this is a party that needs balance, that they are way out of balance, because it's not a Republican Party, it's a fascist party, and that is identified here. there's going to be a lot of legal problems for these people that are identifying as Trump Republicans, if you will. And that Five of Pentacles comes up, that's not good for them. And the King of Wands. I see health issue or health and finance maybe. This could be Trump or just one of the doofuses that are very active on his behalf, but I see somebody having real issues here, possibly a health matter, and they could be of more of a fiery disposition. There's also issues with finances. It still could be Trump to me, but has to do with the party. And there's the 10 of Swords and the 7. So it's saying, yeah, the beginning death blows come from, I believe, Liz Cheney and what she can offer up on these guys and what they've been up to. I also believe that because the level of corruption is so heavy with that devil card in the environment, that she will bring things up, I think, where Biden has to okay or will declare that something is being investigated. And I feel like she will be able to provide information that is so significant, and it's so heavy that these guys, I think they're going to just, at the end of the day, be pulled under by their own corruption, just being pulled under the water by their own corruption. And that this, Liz is going to make sure that that old chapter is done and dusted, and that there is a new, rebuilt, reformed party. Definitely am seeing that again, and it will bring our nation forward, actually, so we can work on stuff and then not be stuck in this bipartisan mess that Putin loves, so that we don't get anything really addressed, or it's a struggle. And we go to a more harmonious, where we have, in my opinion, a Republican House and a Democratic, not Republican House, but Democratic and Republican parties that are able to work together a heck of a lot more and get much more done that is good for our country. And so she will do our country a huge solid in this regard, and help us to move forward in getting things taken care of. I'm shown the 9 of Cups and the Page of Coins. And it's showing me a great deal of satisfaction that I think people will have more with her and the people connected to her, that are creating this reform party. There's a lot of work, but I think that she's going to head it, be one of the key people that heads it. Liz Cheney. And I think she will. She will do this. We will owe this to her a great deal, because the work that she's going to do, and it's coming. I mean, it's not like far away. It's coming soon. She's going to open up, and then she's going to continue to take them down. And her work on taking them down is going to be very significant and beneficial for our country to take care of itself and get strong again and go in the right direction, rather than to be in this quagmire that Putin helped orchestrate with Donald Trump and I believe, Republicans that were willing to do Trump's agenda, which is really Putin's agenda. So I do believe that she will, yeah, new start. There may be a new male that that comes part of the scene too. Or this could be just showing how foolish and greedy Trump is too. And a lot of these people, like Kevin, she's really going to let Kevin have it. I know that for a fact. And he's a earth sign, so this could also be many of these people, these men in particular, getting exposed. Yeah, and they have to leave. Or being shown like it's over. Some of them, I get the feeling, may even pass, either from the stress or by choice. Because I'm getting the Four of Swords here and the Eight of Cups, and I'm feeling like this is people losing power and having to, I feel like, retreat and not be able to return to a lifestyle or a career. You know, they're in situations, some people might want to not be held to account, to any accountability, and either try to do a runner or, I think unfortunately, not see justice, according to the cards. But there's a lot, oh my gosh, of hidden information, cover-up that was enthusiastically done that will come out. And I do think that some of these Republicans, these Trump loyalists, rather than face jail, I think some of them, or not jail, but prison, I think some of them probably make a choice that's permanent, if you get my meaning. But it does look like Trump's hold on the Republican Party is due to undergo a radical change and an ending. And largely because I believe of Liz Cheney. So I did get that in this reading with regard to Liz, the future of that Republican Party, and if it's going to get changed. And if my question to begin with was, how much longer is Trump going to be able to hold these people that are in office doing his bidding? You know, how long is his sway going to continue to, you know, be in place? And I'm getting, by this card deck, this reading, that it's not going to be there very terribly much longer. It's going to very soon become, you know, taken down, starting to get a real challenge on their front door with her. She is not going to let them off the hook, and she will have extra support that they don't have. She will have support from, I believe, the president and certain Democrats that feel like this group are needing to go because they're still compromised and they're still bringing problems up for our nation when we need to be dealing with real issues. So you know, they're tricksters that need to be tossed out. And they're criminals. And so I do see that happening. I do see that Trump party thing has a little while yet, but in the very near future, it gets death. And that means that's the beginning of its death knell. And you look further into the future and you can start to see it breaking apart. So that's my reading for today on politics so far. And if you enjoy my content, please do make sure that you like and subscribe. YouTube is still knocking back my subscribers. Once I get them built up, it gets back down. It's just stupid. But, so I would appreciate it if you make sure you're subscribed. Okay? All right, thank you so much. See you next video.